Honorable Bak Fofana, Minister of Hydraulics, Sanitation and Health of Ivory Coast, Honorable Rore Shaba, Minister of Water and Forestry of Ivory Coast, ministers and ambassadors here, the Executive Director of AfWA and the Board of AfWA, the Executive Director of the FICO Sludge Management Alliance, Madam Jennifer Williams, who helped us to have some gender balance, by the way, here. The Board and Management of SODECI, headed by Mr. Basili Abba, who is our very good friend and who has helped to mentor AfWA, and also my colleague, Mr. Amadou Bagayoko. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Right Honorable Prime Minister, first and foremost, I would like to welcome you all to the 21st African Water Association International Congress and Exhibition, and the 7th Sludge Management Conference under the theme Acting for Sustainable Resource Management and Access for All to Water and Sanitation in Africa. Our chief guest, the African Water Association, initially the Union of Africa Water Suppliers, was established in February 1980 out of the desire for some African water utility managers to pool their human, technical, and financial resources and optimize training of the workforce in the sector to create synergy around the search for solutions to improve water to drinking water for African people. Since then, AfWA has evolved into a very strong vehicle for partnerships, collaborations, utility innovations, and recently as an avenue for discussing climate change resilient solutions. Every 2 years, AfWA organizes a congress that brings together experts, engineers, technicians, researchers, and multiple stakeholders from across the world to discuss water and sanitation challenges in Africa and devise solutions. This year's Congress is unique in that for the first time, the Congress is a joint event of the 21st AfWA International Congress and the 7th International FICO Sludge Management Conference. Secondly, this is the first Congress we are having following the COVID-19 pandemic that caused a lot of disruptions, but also presented us so many challenges and lessons. On this note, I would like to thank in a special way His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ivory Coast, and his government for accepting to host this Congress and all the resources they have mobilized to ensure that we have a very successful Congress. My eyes tell me that this is one of the most successful congresses the AfWA has held. Our chief guest, everyone here knows that prior to COVID-19 pandemic, the water and sanitation sector in Africa faced several challenges, and the pandemic amplified these challenges, all pointing towards potentially overwhelming burden to the water and sanitation sector in Africa. The theme of the Congress today emphasizes the task at hand as we make efforts to bridge the gap between water, sanitation, and the people, and make progress to the SDG number 6 and Agenda 2063, which is the Africa we want. Our chief guest, The challenges that face African water and sanitation entities are known and they have tended to be systemic. They include weak corporate governance systems, top utility leadership mixes with insufficient emphasis on smart solutions and action, but instead focusing on positions. Little belief in self-sufficiency and do-it-yourself mindsets. Some people want to think somebody else should do their work. Strategic plans with inadequate clarity and homegrown solution intents, aging infrastructure, rapid urbanization, which strains existing water systems, and inadequate infrastructure financing resulting from foundational weaknesses like operational and cost inefficiencies. It is important to note that in the recent past, a lot of progress has been made to address these challenges, but a lot still remains to be done. In the next 3 days, we have a great opportunity to make significant contribution to addressing these challenges. There is a simple and yet a powerful Moroccan proverb that says, there is no beauty but the beauty of action. Thoughts and words may be enticing, but it is our actions that hold the real reward. Our actions have the power to change the African water and sanitation sector and inspire others in our lives to get up and take actions too. It is imperative that we should respond to these challenges faced by our continent and by taking action and bridging the water and sanitation gaps. We have come here today with a common resolve to make vital discussions, commitments, and take solid actions to make this happen in order to serve the huge population that remains unserved with water and sanitation services. In my view, our chief guest, I want to suggest to all this gathering 5 top focus areas we can look at. 1, technological innovation, and there are significant financial and technical returns that will accrue from investing in this area of technology innovation. 2, evolving sustainable infrastructure financing options, including use of corporate cash flows to access financial markets. 3, strengthening people and systems through a plethora of productivity management arrangements, leadership and management competencies, and talent identification. 4, streamlining corporate governance and enabling legislation. And finally, inculcating a strong, continuous improvement culture through relevant capacity building and learning systems. As I close, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the government of Ivory Coast through the Right Honorable Prime Minister, whom we have here, the board and management of SODECI, specifically Mr. Eba Bazili, whom I have known for a very long time and who is now chairing the board of SODECI, and Mr. Amadou Bagayoko, who is a new, resilient young man who has brought a lot of momentum to the water and sanitation sector through SODECI. I want to thank the FICO Sludge Management Alliance, headed by Jennifer Williams here, the board and management of AfWA, development partners, our sponsors, exhibitors, and all of you. If all of you were not here, I don't think we would just be seated here in front alone. So I want to thank you. Please clap for yourself for coming. The media, whom I saw crowding here, trying to make this event known by people who are not here, and all the other stakeholders who are here. I thank you, our chief guest, and once again, thank you very much for honoring our function, and I thank everybody for your kind attention. On this note, I would like, on behalf of the AfWA board and the Annual General Assembly, to inform you that the name AfWA officially now changes to AFSA. That is, it changes from African Water Association to Africa Water and Sanitation Association, as you will see in the video. Thank you very much, and God bless you.